Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So Lifeweaver has finally been revealed as Overwatch's new support hero. His kit harnesses both nature and hard light in what's called biolight, and his abilities just look freaking awesome. Here's a quick overview of his kit, as well as some general tips to help you get familiar with our newest hero. Apologies in advance because I can't show you guys proper gameplay against other players at this stage, but I promise that will come soon. Lifeweaver's main weapon is the gauntlet on his right arm, which serves as a switch weapon similar to Torbjorn and Mercy. His primary fire, Thorn Volley, fires a spread of projectiles which deals decent damage at close range but is less effective at longer distances. His secondary fire, Healing Blossom, is his main healing mechanic, which is a targeted heal that can be charged up. As you can see, his healing is definitely on the weaker side, and even with full charges of the Healing Blossom, I struggled to heal the training bot up to full health. My main tip here is to really practice and get used to the switching mechanic of Lifeweaver's weapon because it doesn't feel very intuitive at first, and I often found myself fumbling when constantly weaving, no pun intended, in and out of DPSing with Thorn Volley and healing with Healing Blossom. Even though the switch mechanic is similar to Mercy's, his playstyle is completely different, so it definitely takes some getting used to constantly switching between the two modes using the scroll wheel. Unfortunately, this is intended by the devs, and there is no way as of now to separately keybind the two different firing modes. With Healing Blossom, as you can see, it has a very generous lock-on range which you can change in the settings, so you don't really have to worry too much about aim. However, it doesn't heal for very much, and you will want to charge it as much as possible when topping off your allies during teamfights. While switching between DPS and heals, it might also be useful to note that Thorn Volley will automatically reload whenever you use Healing Blossom, but Healing Blossom will reload when you actually reload during Thorn Volley. He also has a passive called Parting Gift, which drops a Healing Blossom upon death that heals the first ally or enemy to pick it up. I don't really have a tip for this one, but maybe try dying near your teammates or don't die at all. As for his abilities, Lifeweaver has quite a lot of utility in his kit that's useful to reposition and protect his teammates. Petal Platform allows him to throw a platform that springs upwards a set distance when stepped on by either an ally or enemy. It only lasts around 8 to 9 seconds and can be destroyed or manually deactivated using the interact key. My first tip with Petal Platform is that it's a great escape tool when you are being dived or flanked and just need some quick cover from enemy fire. When you're crouching on the platform, it's actually quite difficult for enemies to hit you if they don't have line of sight. Now, this is one of those abilities that has really great playmaking potential, much like Symmetra's teleporter, but you will need to have good coordination with your team in order for it to work. Just to give you one example, you could leave the platform indefinitely on the ground in a corner somewhere, and if you have a castle soldier on the team, they can use it when they are about to ult. However, keep in mind that you actually need to be able to step on the center of the platform in order for it to activate. Fun fact, the platform actually bounces off walls if you don't fire it directly at the ground. Rejuvenating Dash is Lifeweaver's main movement ability that allows him to dash a short distance and lightly heal himself. It's on a decently short cooldown and is useful to reposition during a teamfight or get out of sticky situations. This ability is pretty straightforward, but my tip is to constantly look for opportunities to reposition where you can provide the most value for your team. In my short playtest, he definitely performs better as a backline support like Ana, and it's really important that you do not get caught in a bad spot, because you will be punished for it. If you are dealing with enemies diving or flanking you should be able to use Rejuvenating Dash combined with Petal Platform to survive, if not, take on a 1v1 with Thorn Volley. Life Grip is Lifeweaver's other main ability that pulls an ally to his location while granting them invulnerability as they travel. This is a new mechanic in Overwatch and can be used to save as well as transport allies. Note that this only protects the targeted ally and does not give Lifeweaver himself any sort of protection. I know what you guys are thinking, that people are going to use this to troll or grief, and yeah, that's bound to happen from time to time, but when you do use it in a clutch moment where your Ryan has charged all the way to Narnia and you manage to save him, it's very satisfying. A useful tip here is that you can start charging Healing Blossom before pulling a teammate with Life Grip so that you can instantly top them off once they are in front of you. I would also recommend going into the settings and playing around with the sensitivity until you find something you're comfortable with but isn't too generous where you constantly end up pulling the wrong teammate. Last but not least, Lifeweaver's ultimate is the Tree of Life, which places a tree made out of biolight that instantly heals allies and periodically spreads heals as it lives. On top of healing, it also provides cover from enemy fire, but can be destroyed after taking a certain amount of damage. I have to admit, this is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in Overwatch and is probably one of my favorite ultimates. My tip when using this ability is that you don't always have to plant the tree right in the middle of a point or a team fight and play Ring Around the Rosie. Sometimes it could be very effective to place it in a choke point or area where it can cut off players on the enemy team and give your team an environmental advantage. Again, no pun intended. So that's pretty much Lifeweaver's kit in a nutshell. This was a very short video to give you guys an overview of what he does, but I'll definitely be posting longer videos showing gameplay as well as my in-depth thoughts about his playstyle and how he compares to the other sports, so make sure to stick around for that. Let me know what you guys think of Lifeweaver's design and abilities in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is definitely fruity.